So apparently, native speakers don't know English. At least that's what this video says. So today I'm gonna go through it and teach you some of the English that the native doesn't know.
So, how you settling in, Jürgen?
All good, although I'm struggling a little bit with the English.
Well, look, if you have any questions, you just ask me, yeah?
Actually, I do have a grammatical question for you.
Yeah?
Is it big red car or red big car?
Big red car.
Why? Is there a set adjective order in English?
Sorry, what?
You are a native speaker, yes?
Oh, yeah.
So why?
Because it sounds right.
Thank you, but that wasn't very helpful.
Okay, so there is an actual order of adjectives. It's just that most natives couldn't tell you what it is. But luckily, I can. Opinion, size, quality, shape, age, color, origin, material, type, and purpose. So even I had to think then. To give you an example, it's an interesting, tall, thin, rectangular, old blue Egyptian wooden two-sided cooking tool. Okay, so there's a sentence that uses all of them. It's very rare, right? Usually we're using 1, 2, 3 adjectives, probably not 10. So here are some more friendly examples. The tiny new house, the Chinese glass vase, the round golden earrings. So let's go back to the example from the video.
Is it big red car or red big car?
Well, let's check it out. Big is size, red is color. Size comes before color, so it's a big red car. Now here's the thing, we have 10 types of adjectives. So if you do mix them up, everyone will still understand you. A native might get the feeling that it's wrong, but they would not be able to tell you why.
When do you use a and when do you use an?
You use an when the following word starts with a vowel.
I guess I should have gone to learn English at an university.
Wait, hold on, that's not right.
Why?
It just doesn't sound right.
But what's the rule?
I don't know.
Not again.
Okay, so actually in school, and I remember learning this as a kid, we learned that we use un when the next word begins with a vowel, A-E-I-O-U, right? But then we do have words like a university or an honest man. So that breaks the rule, doesn't it? No, it does not. It's just that the rule we were taught was missing one word. So we use un when the next word begins with a vowel sound. University begins with a y sound, like y. And honest begins with an o sound, like o. So it is a university or an honest man.
How's the new flat?
All good, we are still waiting of a delivery of many furniture.
Many pieces of furniture.
Thank you for correcting me, many pieces of furniture.
Yes.
But thankfully the previous tenants, they left many pieces of chair.
Oh, you just say many chairs.
Not many pieces of chair.
No.
Oh, okay, why?
Because it doesn't sound right.
That's not as helpful as you think it is.
Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. I think it's unfair, but furniture is uncountable. We cannot count furniture. When we look into this room, we see the furniture, right? Or we can talk about the pieces. Each thing is a piece of furniture. So countable and uncountable nouns, let's make it a bit more familiar. Talk about something we are used to, like bread. You cannot have one bread, two breads, because bread is uncountable. Instead, we cut that bread, don't we? And then we have one slice of bread, two slices of bread. This is called quantifying. When we have an uncountable noun, something we can't count, we can find a way to count it. Like rice. You cannot really count rice, but we can count cups of rice, grams of rice, and so on.
We need to solve this by Friday.
Yeah, that's literally impossible.
It's not possible at all.
Well, no, it would just be very difficult.
But you said literally.
Yeah, but literally doesn't mean literally.
But it does.
Well, yeah, but not, literally.
Yeah, this is one that actually confuses a lot of natives, and people even have debates about it, because literally means literally and it means the opposite of literally. Let me give you the Cambridge Dictionary definitions. So literally means using the real or original meaning of a word or phrase. They were responsible for literally millions of deaths. We live literally just round the corner from her. Okay, so this is true. This is the exact original meaning. But then it has a second meaning. It's used to emphasize what you're saying. He missed that kick literally by miles. I was literally bowled over by the news. So we're not saying that thing happened. Maybe we're saying it feels like it. I'm exaggerating it. I'm making it bigger than it really was. So yeah, literally has two meanings, and those meanings are the opposite of each other almost. It literally drives me crazy.
What does ironic mean?
Oh, don't worry, nobody knows. Ironically.
I don't think it means that.
No, I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I know you don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay to say I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't bullshit me.
Yeah, but it sounded right.
Yeah, so ironic is a difficult one to define, to give the meaning of. I would say most natives will struggle with that one. The problem is, irony has many, many different forms. There are many ways to be ironic. But if we try to give it just one meaning, we could say that you expect one thing, but something else happens, right? A good example of this is the film Monsters, Inc. We expect a little girl to be scared of monsters. But what actually happens? The monsters are scared of the little girl. That's ironic. And I really like this extra tip here. This guy says,
Yeah, it's okay to say I don't know. I don't know.
and I think that that's something that everybody struggles with, natives and non-natives, English and every other topic. Why is it difficult when we don't know something to just say, I don't know? I think it actually shows strength when you say, I don't know. Just a side tip there. Let's get back to the video.
Which of these is correct? Ireland will win the World Cup, or the World Cup will be won by Ireland?
Neither.
Or why?
Move on.
Okay, I guess this guy's Irish. He doesn't believe Ireland will win the World Cup. Fair enough. But I think the question is about active voice versus passive voice. The active voice, Ireland will win the World Cup. We're focusing on Ireland. But the passive voice, the World Cup will be won by Ireland. We're focusing on the World Cup. That's the important part. So we do this to make one part of the sentence more important than the other. And the way we make it is like this. First, we move the object to the beginning of the sentence. Then we add the verb to be. It could be is, am, are, was, were, or sometimes it's just be, like in will be. Next, we need to change the verb to a past participle. We'll talk more about past participles later. And we can actually stop there if we want to. We don't have to say who did the thing. But if you want to, you can add by and then move the subject to the end of the sentence. So Ireland will win the World Cup turns into the World Cup will be won by Ireland.
Really, I'm settling in quite well. I have already swum in the sea.
Sorry, no, swum, that's not a word.
Oh, it is, yes?
It's swam.
No, swam is the past tense of swim, while swum is the past participle.
But it just doesn't sound right.
Yes, but it's not a rule, what you've said.
Okay, so I actually would say I have swum in the sea. That's standard English, it's correct grammar. But this guy feels that I have swam in the sea is better. He says it sounds better. And he's not wrong as such. You know, maybe that's Irish English. It could be his English. It could be his family or his town's English. But the point is, he is a native speaker. And when native speakers use English in a new way, it becomes correct English, right? So in 2025, yeah, it's not standard English, but it could be later on. So we're talking about 3 verb forms here. I think most natives wouldn't even know there are 3 forms, even if they use them, right? So we have swim, which is a base verb, swam, which is a past verb, and swum, which is a past participle verb. More examples: see, saw, seen, eat, ate, eaten, right? And sometimes they don't actually change. For example, stand, stood, stood, feel, felt, felt, or even cost, 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 cut, cut, cut.
Finally, if you have any further questions, you can write me.
Write to me.
No, I think write me is correct.
Nobody says that. You say write to me. Just
If you have any further questions, you can contact to me.
no, contact me. Just contact me.
But why? I don't understand.
I
this.
don't know.
Okay, so we're looking at some fairly advanced grammar here. We're talking about transitive and intransitive verbs. Sounds scary because they have big names. it's not too bad. So transitive verbs mean that they are going somewhere. The fact that they are going somewhere is already inside the verb. An intransitive verb is not going anywhere. If you want it to go somewhere, you need to add some more words. So then we have to, which is our preposition to tell us it's going somewhere. So let's look at those words again. Contact is transitive. You have to contact someone. You cannot just contact. What are you doing? Contacting. It doesn't really make much sense. So we don't need to. It's like to is already in the verb. It's implied. We expect it's happening. Contact me. You can also say call me or email me. Then we have write. Write is intransitive. The word write doesn't tell us it's going anywhere because you can just write. What are you doing? Writing, right? So we need to help it. We need to give it a preposition to send it somewhere. That's why we say write to me. We can also say speak to me or talk to me.
This language, it is so frustratingly difficult.
All right, it's okay. Look, you might not be very good at English now, all right? But you will be someday.
Thank you. And so will you.
Okay, so I love that video, not just because it's hilarious, but because it helps you feel better about learning English when you realize that English speakers don't really know English either. You might even know more than them when it comes to things like grammar. Yeah, they can use it, but can they explain it, right? And the second point is that a lot of my students don't feel confident or they feel nervous speaking to a native speaker. And the main reason is that they might make mistakes. Now, I always say that most native speakers and most people around the world are friendly, they are nice, and most understand that learning a second language is impressive. There are some rude people in every country, of course, and if you encounter one and they make a joke about your English, you can just ask them why. Why is it like that? Why is that the grammar? Because they won't be able to answer you. And then hopefully they'll realize, oh, actually English is difficult. So let me know in the comments one thing that natives say that confuses you. Maybe I'll make a video on that next time. See you later.